Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for sketch number 3 from the November 2023 Creative Memories virtual crop. I'm going to be working with silver and gold this time. This is one of the collections that got voted on my community tab on YouTube that you all wanted to see me work with this month. So here it is. This is going to be one of our 2-page layouts, and then the other 2 sketches will probably come tomorrow or later in the week. And it shouldn't be too big of a surprise which collection I'm going to be working with for that one if you go check the community tab. So let me get everything switched back over here, and you can see what I have going on for this sketch. Here we go. All right. Told y'all I was going to have my trimmer ready for this one. This is the sketch, and we are going to be working on cutting a 12-inch sheet of paper, 12 by 12, into a triangle for our bases. I am going to be using, I'm not working with Golden Harvest, but y'all probably were wondering why I had this out. I cut 1.5 inch by 12-inch strips from this index sheet, so that way I would have something to put my pages back together with. I'm going to be working with the silver and gold accent paper pack, so I wanted to make sure I had the sheet for that one, but this one it's a different paper than our standard index sheet. You can see where you can kind of almost see through it a little bit, and I didn't necessarily want that for my layout. So I pulled out that Golden Harvest one since I've been doing so many autumn sketches for you all the last couple months. This is the sheet we're going to be using both sides of, and you can see I've already cut one of them for our base of one of our pages, and I'm going to show you how I cut it. Move those out of the way. I also pulled out a sheet of my bronze shimmer cardstock, and you might be asking, why didn't you pull out gold? Well, I did pull out a sheet of gold. However, I am a little bit funny and fussy about color, and I didn't like it with this double folded page. So I switched it up and am using bronze shimmer, and you will see it looks beautiful with it. Now, since I cut my other sheet, let me pull out my sketch again. Since I cut my other sheet, so that way the white part, this top side here with the foiling is going to be this lighter part here from the sketch. So we're actually going to be, oh, it does say 12-inch square cut in half. Look at that. Huh. I'm actually following another sketch. Look at me. Shows how well I read it before I get on here to do these things. So we are going to cut this in half, but since we've already got this one going this way, I need to make sure to cut this other one. So that way our cut will run this way. And I need to make sure, because this paper is directional, that I have it so it's going the same way as the one that's going to be next to it. So I need to fold it this way. Oops. Scoot this over just a little bit. Make sure I'm getting things lined up here. So you do need to fold it kind of through the middle here and just kind of press it down just a little bit. So you will see a little bit of the fold, but not a ton when you go to add your photos, because you need to slip this underneath the bar and line up your point with where you are on your left cutting mat, because that's where your blade is going to run through the paper. I need to get my points lined up here again. It's not super tricky, but you know, attention detail does count for this one. So try to get it lined up as best you can. There we go. Oops, I'm over again just a little bit. Let me scoot this down and put this over just a hair. Make sure I'm lined up. Yep, I got myself a little crooked again. There we go. Okay. I don't know if it took me this long the first time, but there you go. Cutting straight through, and now we have 2 diagonal pieces with our paper. Let me flip it over because I got it myself upside down. Uh-oh, did I flip it by accident? Uh-oh, I think I was going this. Which way was I going? Uh-oh, I think I went the wrong way. How did that happen after all I talked about? I didn't want to go upside down. Oh, no, this is the right way. Okay. Nope, I'm sideways. Oh, well. What can I say? So I can either cut back through after all that. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's see here if I can salvage this. No, I can't because then even this way, I'm going the wrong direction. I cut it the same way I cut it before. So these are just going to be sideways. What can I say? Well, no, because then I can still... No, I can't. Because it needed to be here. So it's just going to be sideways. That's okay. We're just going to flip it over. I guess it really doesn't matter because either way, I'm running the wrong way from my other one, but we're just going to go with it. And when you cut yours, if you're using directional paper, make sure to pay a little more attention than Catherine did when she was doing hers. So this is kind of what I wanted it to be. Hang on. Hey, maybe I did it better. Nah, I didn't. Okay. Maybe I did better than I thought I did, but I didn't actually. And that is just the way it goes sometimes. Don't be live streaming when you're doing yours. But this might work out anyways. It looks interesting with the stripes running a different direction. And then I cut 4 4¼ by 6¼ mats from the single sheet of paper. And when you do that, you cut your 1.5 inches off of each of the papers before you do your cutting. So I wanted to run one strip up through the top and this other strip through the side here, because that way it shows you how to use a scrap, and it also mimics what they have a little bit on the sketch, but I didn't really want to... They recommend doing a 3-inch photo, which I just thought sounded small, and this gives me a little more flexibility to figure out what size photo I actually want to put on my page. So I'm going to go ahead and get these stuck down, and we're just rolling with it. It's okay. There's this one. Just goes to show you, you can't make any mistakes that I haven't already made. And I know I said that at one of my classes this past weekend, and I don't think they believed me, but yeah. Y'all have seen me do other things where I was like, whoops, well, we'll just go with it. So, and that's okay. It is what it is. I'm going about 3/4 inch down from the top of the page with these. And then I'm going to go ahead and get these stuck down on this other side. I'm going to just bring it in just a little bit closer to make it easier to work with for me. And get some tape across here. Okay. All right. So I might have messed myself up again, but that's okay. Let me see where I'm at here first. Let's get these on this page here. Line this up a little bit so I know if I'm straight or not. Here we go. And then this one is going to just kind of run over from the side a little bit, mimicking our stripes that are already on the page. And so I did have, so it's about 3/4 inch from the top and bottom as well, because it's 10.5 inches. One of the strips was 12 and one is 10.5 because we had to take 1.5 inches off of each side. So doesn't look, looks almost like it was intentional to have it, because I've got this thing running this way and that one running that way. Maybe my mistake is going to work out for me after all. So next I have our border stickers, and these are foiled border stickers, and I wanted to run this along the edge because I just thought it really was pretty with our paper that we had that has so much flow in the top part, and it just brings a little more flow back into our stripes so that our stripes aren't quite as harsh, I guess, if you will. All right, there's that one. And then this one, and that's what I was just looking at because I'm not sure if I want to put this above or below this other one. I think I'm going to put it below, so which means I need to get my multi-purpose tool out. But I'm going to kind of start it down here just a little bit, maybe not. See if this is going to cooperate with me at all. Let me grab my multi-purpose tool. That way I can just line it up and go with it. All right. So wedging that one up just a little bit. Here we go. That lined up with the edge of the paper. Uh-oh. Okay. Holding on to too many things here. There's that. The top part is done. This can go back down. And now line up this bottom part against the edge. There we go. Okay, so there is that. Here is our sketch again, just so that we all can see that as well. So you can see where they had the two photos running this way, the two photos running this way. But then I've added in the option, because this was like a 3x3 photo and these were 3x3 photos. And I just thought, you can put a couple of larger photos across here, and even going down here. You can even put one of the larger photos going, this up and down vertically and horizontally. There we go. Let me get the proper lingo going here as well. And then I also have there's a little square that comes out of the center when you do your 4.25 by 6.25 mats from the one sheet. And I thought that just layers really well. And you can see kind of up close here how the bronze shimmer just really complements the highlights in the silver and gold collection. I just thought it really, the gold shimmer, it's just a little bit brighter, and it has a little bit more of a yellow tone to it, whereas the bronze I think has a little bit more of a brown tone to it, if that makes sense. And y'all know I'm funny about color anyway, so that's why I went with this one. But I'm not actually going to stick this one down, but I was thinking that this could easily, once we decide what other photo is going to go here, you could either run it across here and make it look like a little button on the page. You could center it if you want, or you can move it wherever you wind up having a little extra space once you get your photos. Even pop it up on foam squares and do it like that. Now, I also wanted to show you, because 'tis the season a bit, our seasonal sightings collection had some just really pretty foiled embellishments as well. And I thought, this page might lend itself to having a little Merry Christmas on it, maybe over here, and the little reindeers over here, or even, no, maybe not down there. I think they look nice also on the strip up here. But these guys are foiled a little bit too. And then we also had in our silver and gold a little striped present that I thought might fit with our papers. Maybe it goes over here better since we have stripes running vertically as well on that one. I don't know why those two words are giving me trouble today, but you can see where you can easily turn it into a Christmas layout. How's about that? So just pretty versatile. This one makes us make a toast, and that one kind of probably is a little bit more for New Year's. But however you want to use your embellishments, you can. I also found this little banner with all the little hearts going down it, and I thought, that would be cute there as well, or even over. But like I said, I just feel like this one, I really need to wait until I get my photos on the page to know how I'm going to wind up with my embellishments, but at least it gives you an idea based on the sketch. how you can add to your page and just finish it off. So here's that. And there's the right side. And then I will show you the sketch one more time. And you can see where they even have, you know, they have a title here and they have a journal box down here. And that was something else I struggled with a little bit of whether or not to show you all a journal box too. But I couldn't find any of the mats that I really felt went with this. And again, like I said, I just wanted to leave this one a little bit more flexible. So you could easily add a journaling here. You could easily cut another little bit off of your, you know, whatever collection you have, your index sheet, and put a square down in here in this corner to create a space for journaling as well. But that's up to you. And, you know, they recommend the title here, some embellishing here, and do what works for you. I just think this paper is a little bit busier. I knew I needed to tone it down a little bit with the mats and just bring in just some little subtle elegance here. So that's it for today. I hope you all enjoyed seeing my interpretation of sketch number 3 using the silver and gold collection. If you liked it, leave me a comment or a thumbs up. So that way I know that you're enjoying watching it, and I appreciate you watching. Even though y'all are quiet sometimes, it's okay. We'll get there. Until next time.